everyone. This video is to show you how to tape in tabs. Hopefully you got a little sandwich bag with all of your tabs in it. If you haven't gotten it yet, you'll either get it when you're in class with me next time, or you need to come in and pick them up if you are a distance learner. So you're going to need tape in order to put your tabs in. When we're done putting all of the tabs in, it should end up looking something like this. So it seems probably seems silly for me to make a video on this, but I just want to make sure that everyone knows how to do it, because there is a way to make it so that they last and you don't have to worry about them being pulled out. So our first unit is factoring. So I'm just going to start with that one. I'm going to tape my tab on the factoring page 5. So this is page 5. I am on page 5. So I'm going to zoom in so I can show you what I'm doing. So I like to line my tab up so that this line right here lines up with the edge of my paper, and I'm going to put my first one like at the very top right underneath the factoring words. So then I take about 2 inches of tape. It's probably really hard to see how long that is, but about 2 inches of tape. I make sure that it's exactly where I want it, and then I'm going to put a piece of tape as close to the edge of my paper as possible on the top. So I'm trying to get as close to the edge as possible. I don't really want to go over, but I want to try to get as close as possible. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. I'm taking about 2 inches of tape, and now that it's in place, I'm just going to make sure that it's still lined up, and I'm going to do the same thing. I want to put my piece of tape so that it's as close to this edge as I can get it. And then lastly, I'm going to take a piece of tape that's pretty long. This one's like 3 inches long. And I'm going to tape down the far left side of my tab. So now I have 3 pieces of tape. I have one on the end and one top and bottom. That's going to make it so that your tab stays in place, and that like even if you picked your notebook up from the tab, it's still going to stay in there. So our next unit would be functions. So I'm going to go to the functions page. And I'm basically going to do the same thing, except for this time I'm going to try to line my tab up so that it is below the factoring one. So I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm lining it up on the edge. I'm taking about 2 inches of tape. Sorry, that piece was bad. And I'm going to tape as close to the edge as I can. I do the same thing on the bottom. Uh-oh, it's too far. And then lastly, I take a little bit longer piece and I'm going to put it on the far left side. And you just keep going like this until you get all of your tabs in. Now, once you get to the bottom, so I would probably do polynomials and then polynomial functions and move up to the top again, so that when I get these all in, my tabs are staggered. So if I zoom out and I kind of fold this back, you can see now that all of my tabs are lined up and staggered from top to bottom. You do not have to stagger yours. You can put yours in all in the same spot if you want. You can put yours across the top if you want. You don't need to even put them in if you don't want to, but I know for me it makes it a lot easier for me to find where we're going and where we've been if I put the tabs in. So I have done 2 for us. By the time you see me again, I may have put them all in, or I may use class time to put mine in too. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. If you have any questions about taping these in and you're an in-class learner, you can ask me when you see me next, but otherwise I think you guys are probably good to go. So, yep, that's it. That's how you tape in your tabs.